Hi, and welcome to your onboarding tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Fincon Accounting on your server computer as well as on other workstations. This is the first step to get you up and running. You'll see it's an easy and straightforward process. The first thing you want to do is install and set up Fincon Accounting on your server computer. If you don't know what a server computer is, follow the article link below this video. In order to do the installation, you have to download the Fincon Accounting installation files first. Go to www.fincon.co.za and click on the Upgrade tab. Scroll down until you see the Fincon CS Client Setup.exe file and click the Download button. Go further down to find the Fincon Server Setup.exe file and download that as well. Now we need to install the Fincon Accounting server application. This should only be installed on the server computer. Navigate to where you saved the downloaded files. You can do this by going straight to your downloads at the bottom of your browser, clicking on the arrow next to the Fincon server setup file, and then on Show in Folder. I prefer doing it this way as it's quick and you do not need to search for the files. Otherwise, check your Downloads folder. Run the Fincon server setup file by double-clicking on it, and then click the Next button. Peruse the license agreement, and when you are ready, check the I agree to these terms and conditions checkbox, and then click the Next button. If you wish to change the path that the application is installed to, click the Browse button and select where the application should be installed. I prefer to just go ahead and leave the path as is. Click the Install button to install the application. After the application is done installing, click the Finish button to close the window. After the server application has been installed, the next step is to install the client application. This step is basically the same to the one we just did. Navigate to where you saved the downloaded files. Do it like you did with the server installation. Run the Fincon CS Client Setup file by double-clicking on it, and then click the Next button. Peruse the license agreement, and when you are ready, check the I agree to these terms and conditions checkbox, and then click the Next button. Again, if you wish to change the file path that the application is installed to, click the Browse button and select where the application should be installed. Now you can click the Install button to install the application. After the application is done installing, click the Finish button to close the window. Now we need to create a database. Note that this option is only available after a fresh installation of Fincon Accounting like we just did. Navigate to where the Fincon Client application was installed to, or use the application list under the Start menu to find Fincon 5. Run the Fincon application by clicking on it. Please ensure that the New Dataset option is selected, and then click the Next button. Select where the dataset should be created by clicking the Browse button and selecting the appropriate folder path. Now you can click the Next button to create the dataset. After the dataset has been created, click the OK button. You'll see that Fincon Accounting now opens and a username and password text box will appear. A default username #me will be visible, and this will enable you to log in without a password. You can change this at a later stage by creating a new user and password, but this is not yet necessary at this stage. Click the Cancel button to close Fincon Accounting. We still have a few things to take care of. Now we're going to make sure your dataset can be shared across your local network. Here's how to do it. Navigate to where the FinData folder was created during the Create the Fincon Accounting Database phase. Right-click the FinData folder and then click Properties. Select the Sharing tab and click the Share button. Enter the word System in the text box and then click the Add button. Enter the word Administrators in the text box and click the Add button. Now, lastly, enter the word Everyone in the text box and click the Add button. Click the drop-down box next to System and choose Read/Write. Click the drop-down box next to Administrators and choose Read/Write as well. Click the Share button to share the folder. After the folder has been shared, click the Done button to close the menu. Now that your data can be shared across your local network, we can move on to allowing the Fincon Accounting Server application through the Windows Defender firewall. I'm only going to show you how to allow the server application through the Windows Defender firewall. If you use third-party firewall software, please consult the documentation. Open your control panel. You can do this by clicking the Start menu and typing Control Panel. The Control Panel icon should appear. Click Windows Defender Firewall, and then click the Allow an app or feature through the Windows Defender Firewall link. Click the Change Settings button and then click the Allow another app button. Click the Browse button and navigate to where the Fincon Server application has been installed during the Install the Fincon Accounting Server application phase. Open the folder named Fit Server and select the Fincon Server file. Click the Open button and then click the Add button. Make sure that all checkboxes next to Fincon Database Server CB are checked and then click the OK button. Fincon Accounting is installed and ready to run on your server computer. Let's move on to how to install it on other workstations. In order to use Fincon Accounting, you need to install the Fincon Accounting client application on each workstation computer. The workstation computers are the computers that people use to actually work on Fincon Accounting. These computers run the Fincon Accounting client applications, which includes the front-end user interface that users use to interact with Fincon Accounting. So now you need to download the Fincon Accounting installation files on the workstation computer. Before you download anything, make sure that you know whether you are running the normal or alternate extensions version of Fincon Accounting. If you are running the alternate extensions version of Fincon Accounting, scroll to the bottom of the upgrade page and click on the Download Alternate Extensions version to get your installation file. You'll see the installation of Fincon on other workstations is basically the same process than that of installing it on the server. We're just skipping the installation of the server application and only installing the client application. Navigate to www.fincon.co.za and click on the Upgrade tab. Scroll down until you find the Fincon CS Client Setup.exe file and then click the Download button. After you've downloaded the file, we can start installing. Navigate to where you saved the downloaded file. Run the Fincon CS Client Setup.exe file by double-clicking on it. Click the Next button. Peruse the license agreement, and when you are ready, check the I agree to these terms and conditions checkbox and then click the Next button. If you wish to change the path that the application is installed to, click the Browse button and select where the application should be installed. Click the Install button to install the application. After the application is done installing, click the Finish button to close the window. Now we need to connect the Fincon Accounting client application to the Fincon Accounting server. Please note that this option is only available after a fresh installation of Fincon Accounting. Navigate to where the Fincon client application was installed to, or use the application list under the Start menu to find Fincon 5. Open Fincon Accounting. Please check the Existing Dataset checkbox, and then click the Next button. Click the Browse button and navigate to the Shared FinData folder on the server computer. Select the fincon.cfg file. Now click the Open button and then click the Next button. Check that the following message box has appeared. Setup completed successfully, and then click the OK button. After Fincon Accounting has been installed for the first time, You can log into the application using the username passme with no password. This user will remain until you change it later. The next very important step is to register your software. I have covered this in another tutorial. Please watch the How to Register Your Fincon Accounting for the First Time video. Thank you for watching and happy accounting!